I heard of once in a lullaby.
If what you remember about Judy Garland are the pigtails, the ruby slippers, and the little dog named Toto, Lawrence Schulman believes you're missing the best part. Schulman acknowledges that Over the Rainbow was Garland's so-called signature tune.
I think more important than calling it a signature tune is the fact that the general public made contact with her through that song.
Someday I'll wish upon a star and wake up where the clouds are far behind me, where troubles melt like lemon drops away above the chimney tops. That's where you'll find me somewhere.
There was a little girl who could sing in a very adult way. And I think that emotional directness was very touching to a lot of people. Also, if I may say, it's musically, Over the Rainbow, the song, was voted Song of the Century. So it's a great song, too.
It almost didn't make the film, though, as my understanding.
Absolutely. It was cut from the film in the original print because the studio thought that it slowed the movie down.
If happy little bluebirds fly beyond the rainbow, why, oh, why can't I?
If you listen to her voice during her peak periods, there's an incredible plaintive quality. There's no other singer during that period, the 30s, 40s, 50s, who had that quality. It could be sad, it can be very emotional, it could be very overwhelming too. And there are certain tunes in particular, if I had to take one which showed the incredible depth of Garland, it would be Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas, because it's the only sad Christmas song that I know of. And she was the only one that could pull it off, and she did in an extraordinary way.
Have yourself a merry little Christmas. Let your heart be light. Next year all our troubles will be out of sight. Have yourself a merry little Christmas. Make the Yuletide gay. Next year all our troubles will be miles away.
She died at 47, which is a rather young life. But she still had a very long career because she went on the stage when she was 2.5. She really was on the stage for 45 years. And so there were different phases of that career. And in the 20s, there were 2 tracks from 1929 on this CD, which are the very first existent things that she recorded.
Blue butterfly.
The first one is Blue Butterfly.
Blue butterfly, smiley cherry, though you are weary now. Blue butterfly, stop your high flying or it will fade your brow.
And the second is, unbelievably, Hang On to a Rainbow.
Hang on to rainbow, leave worry for just a while and hang on to rainbow up in the sky. Let worries hang go, she isn't worth the smile to see, the round go hurrying by.
They should be explained a little bit, if I may. She actually took part in the period when silent films were going to talking films. And there were several techniques they were using in the late 20s to synchronize images to sound. And one of these techniques, which lasted about 4 years, was called Vitaphone. And these Vitaphone recordings were really records that the projectionist would put on at the start point, which was in the center of the label. When the start went on the screen, 3, 2, 1, start, he would start the record and start the film, and that was called synchronization. It didn't work, but that was the technique. And this on this release, you hear for the first time these 1929 recordings, therefore 10 years before Over the Rainbow.
What is it that you hope that this collection will add to the public body of work that's not there now?
Well, first of all, this recording has 40 tracks, and 25 of them have never been released. I just think the role of a crazy collector like myself and others is to share their knowledge. And I just think that, for example, today, I think she has a greater reputation in terms of her artistry compared to when she died. And I think it's through efforts like this and other efforts, books, articles, radio programs, that her reputation can be raised even more. So if I have anything to contribute, that's what I'm doing right now.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Lawrence Schulman of Mount Desert Island is the producer of a new double CD anthology called Judy Garland, Classic and Previously Unreleased Recordings, 1929 to 1956, for the French label Frémeaux. He also wrote the 28 pages of liner notes in both English and French. For MPBN News, I'm Keith Shortall.
When you smiled at me, I heard a melody. It haunted me from the start. Something inside of me started a symphony, sing with the strings of my heart. Was like a breath of spring. I heard a robin sing about a nest set apart.